I am Abby. I am TopKnot Stitcher. We're in a new location. How exciting! I am filming in Birdie's room today because she is doing some photos for me in the living room, and that is right up against my room. So to not have to make her worry about being really quiet, I decided to come film in here, and it works out well because then I didn't have to clean my room or background. Not that I really clean it for you guys. But anyway, we get to enjoy this lovely bookshelf. You will notice, perhaps, a familiar piece. Oh, I still just love this so much. I made this for Birdie for her birthday 2 years ago, I think. Surely not just one. I think it was 2 years ago. This is a line from, I don't remember what the name of the song is, by Santa Gold, and this says, "Ain't a gambler, but honey, I'd put money on myself." Ooh, ooh, it's a fierce song. So I designed this, and the pattern is available for download in my Etsy shop. I love it. And for some reason, I've allowed it to be on display in here and not in the living room where I could see it and enjoy it every day. Although it does get stuck in my head then. Anyway, how's it going? We have so much to talk about. I have a million finishes and some FFOs, or kind of FFOs. You know me. It takes a while to get it, like, FFO'd. FFO'd. I did errands today, so you know I got my Diet Coke, got my reusable straw. McDonald's is a tricky one because they have, like, perfected the art of handing you your cup and straw in the same motion. So they, like, I'm going to show you. They will hand it to you like this so that you receive it like this. So you have to be ready to say, "Oh, no straw, please. I don't need a straw." Or, "I already have a straw." There's a lot of ways to easily refuse it. I do have my plastic lid and my disposable cup. But I also have that sweet, sweet nectar of Diet Coke from McDonald's. Anyway, I have a million finishes to share with you. I have a little bit of stitching. I can't show you some of it, and I'll tell you why. I have a couple things I want to highlight that I have in my shop right now that I'm super excited about. And I have some haul, and I have a giveaway winner! Let's do that first, because that's what you're all... No, hopefully you're not all just here for that. That would be kind of sad. Don't tell me that. I wonder if there are any important, exciting life updates that I can tell you about. I went to the beach last weekend. It was glorious. I got sunburned because the first hour or so that we were there it was cloudy, and we were like, "Oh, it's fine." And duh, of course, the sun's still there. So I got tiny bit sunburned, not all over, because it was kind of chilly at first. So I was wearing a hat, so I was all protected, and I was wearing long sleeves, but my wrists and hands got a little pink, and my ankles got a little pink. But mostly we were good, and it was really nice. I always forget that the beach, like a nice beach that is moderately warm and relaxing and chill to hang out at, and pretty, because there are closer beaches, but they're not necessarily pretty, or they're way too windy. So we really like to go over to Marin, across the bridge to Marin, and hang out at Stinson Beach, because it's so beautiful. It's so lovely. We saw dolphins. It was so cool. Later in the day, apparently there was also some seals, but I was napping, and I heard a kerfuffle, and I kind of looked up, and everybody was staring at the water, but I had already seen my dolphins for the day, so I just went back to my nap. Anyway, it was lovely. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what else pops into my head. Who knows? Let's get rolling. If you have been around with me this summer, I've been talking vaguely about a giveaway, and I have today this gorgeous project bag. I received this from somebody at StitchCon, and I don't remember this lovely woman's name, and I'm so sorry. But I have one for myself, and I said, could I like take one for a friend? And she said, yeah. So I took another one. And then I have filled this with a few favorite things. Oh, and I'm just now remembering something super important. So I'm going to try to talk and pull this up in my email at the same time. Inside of this lovely, lovely bag, there's an assortment of charts that I picked up from hold on. I'm so sorry. But I have you hooked, right? You want to know who wins. I have an assortment of freebie charts from StitchCon and New Jersey. So you're getting my rejects. No, just kidding. Most of these were extra copies that I picked up from the freebie table. People who knew they would not use some of the things that they received. And so I'm happy to repurpose those. Oh, here we go. Okay. I'm ready. Sorry about that. Okay. So there's a handful of charts in there. I have a pocket-sized DMC color card. So handy. I'm throwing in a little hoop, because who doesn't want a little hoop? And I'm throwing it in because even though this bag is not really a hoop bag, it just coordinates so nicely, and it made me happy, so I tossed it in. I also have one of the Krynic bits, and I threw away the paper, sorry. But I ended up with an extra one of these, because my mother did not need or want random Krynic. But if you need some random Krynic to add some sparkle, you'll get that. And then I also have this little bag of goodies from the New Jersey retreat. So in here, we have the Flosstube retreat needle minder, some counting pins that were handmade, but I don't remember who made them. Everybody was too talented. It's ridiculous. You'll get a handy little keyring tape measure. This is actually from StitchCon from Chris, Crafted Chris in Canada. She had several of these that she was giving out, and it's a little Canadian flag needle minder, and on the back is a needle threader and needles just tucked into a little plastic baggie. It was such a cute little gift to go around to hand to people, so I might steal that for future retreats and stuff, because what great, just like, I don't usually use these needle threaders, but I do like to have them scattered about so that I have access to them, and I always need needles because I always lose them. You'll get a skein of my favorite color, Bag Color and Cotton, Nightlands. It's this gorgeous purpley orangey gray. Ooh! You'll get a set of peels. Megan and her mom brought a set of these for everybody at the retreat. I sell them in my shop, and you'll get a little set. I'm sorry for all those of you who won't win this. Don't mean to brag about everything. Maybe I'll leave a few things secret. Ooh, okay. You'll have to, I don't know, just wonder. So there's a few other little goodies in there as well, and it's going to come with a gift card to my shop, so the winner will get some extra little goodies. I don't know how to, I'm young and smart. I could figure out how to do, oh, I forgot one thing. I could figure out how to do a random, I can do a random number generator. That's what I did. But the little, on there's a website, and you put in a video link, and it will, randomly bring up a comment. But how then do you account for, extra entries? Because I did it over 2 videos, and, not all the comments are entries. I don't know. So I did it the old-fashioned way. I made a list. I ran random number generated from that list. And before I tell you the winner, I'm also going to share that there's a Moon and Grime guard going in. Look how gorgeous. And I'll talk more about this in a second. Okay, so the winner is 2 Martini Stitcher, Erin. was so excited when your name came up. I would have been excited for whoever won this, but I don't know if you all have found Erin yet. She's been making videos for I've been watching her videos for a few months. But she's, fairly recent. And she is just delightful. She is just so happy and joyful, and she just makes me smile. It's such a treat. And Erin, I just think you're fantastic. Everybody go watch her. I don't even know. She just posted an update where she finished one of the hands-on design laundry series, and she finished it on a little washboard. It's hanging up in her laundry room, and it's just the cutest. If I had a laundry room, I would for sure be stitching that. But I don't, and so I feel like it would just taunt me if I hung it up in my house. So maybe someday. Erin, you're going to get this. And Erin, I have your address, so I will, I can get this in the mail. If you're okay with me, internet stalking you via my Etsy store to send it to you. Okay, the extra thing I wanted to tell you about is this lovely Grime guard. I shared in my last video that I had bought one for myself and bought one for you all. And the lovely owner of this shop, Darlene, contacted me and said, hey, thank you so much, and also can I provide a coupon code for your viewers? And I said, yes, of course you may. So this is from DLK's Crafts on Etsy. And I checked this morning and she had some moons. Hopefully there'll still be some if you want a moon, but she has a ton of Grime guards up right now in all different sizes. And I have a few of hers. They're super well made. They're super well priced. She ships super quickly. I think she only ships to US and Canada. She's in Canada. And I think, what else did she say? So she gave us a 10% discount code, TopKnot10. I will put the info below. And you can get 10% off of your order. So please go check her out. Please treat yourself to a Grime guard. Use that code and tell her hi for me. And I think that's it. The code will not apply towards custom orders. And this code will be active through September 15th. So get your Grime guard before it's too late. And she's just the sweetest. So please go check her out. And Erin, you're going to get one in your bag. Bag of goodies. Ah! The Grime guard is for an 11 by 11. I always just put those on an 11 by 8, which would fit really nicely in this bag. It's a little too short to do 11 by 11, but I don't know. Erin, you report back. Okay. That just makes me so happy. Should we do some FFOs and such? Yes. You may have already seen this because I will probably make it the thumbnail of my video, but I have FFO'd almost my Accio cookies piece. Oh, look at that! I found this cute little cutting board, and it's got the little cutouts, and it ended up being like the perfect shape without intending this at all. It's the perfect shape for this little piece. So I meant to paint it. I didn't realize that I got rid of all my paint. I didn't have a lot to begin with, but I don't think I've actually had it in my house for like 3 years, but in my brain, it was somewhere in my craft stuff. So I still need to pick up paint. So I'm going to paint this like a dark brown or black so that it just fits a little bit better with the color scheme here. I absolutely love this. I loved stitching this. It's in my shop. I also have a few extra of these, so they're in my shop as well. If you have anything kitchen-y that you need to finish something on, it could be really cute on one of these. It's really like thin. It's like 12 inches. The actual like design size is about 9 inches. So it's like 9 by, that's not 9 by 5, 9 by 4, 8 by 4, 8 by 3.5. I'll measure it maybe. So because I decided to paint it, I haven't actually attached this yet, but I laced it. It's on sticky board, and I used double-sided tape, like fabric double-sided tape, to stick it down. So I just laced the edges and then like kind of just went around, like laced just to get to the different corners, which I really enjoyed as a lacing technique. I didn't use stitchery tape, but it was basically the same idea, and it was super helpful just to get it like nice and flat. And I'm so proud of it. If you want to know how I did that more, maybe lacing's not that hard, guys. I'm too lazy to do it, but it's really not that hard. I'm not going to tutorial it because we all know that will never happen. Sorry. I'm super happy with this. Let's put it here so we can all admire it. That's better. Oh, do you love it? I love it so much. Cookies are my favorite food. And there are a few good cookie cross-stitch patterns in the world, but really not as many as I think there should be. It's a travesty. But, you know, I'm doing my part. We'll get there. We'll have a great cookie adventure soon. Okay, so that's my most exciting finish. But is it? Because I also have so many other finishes thanks to Magical Stitches. So only one is like moderately FFO'd, and that is my, ooh, sticking up a little. This is Not Your Needle in Cross Stitch by Works by ABC. It's stitched on a mystery linen, I have no idea, and I stitched it in gassed cinders. I did this 2/1 on 28 count because I was afraid that my fabric would not be big enough. I think it might have been, in which case I wasted a lot of fabric because I started it in the middle and then I decided to do it over one, and it's a whole thing. But I love it so much, and I finished it in my kind of broken, it is broken, princess hoop. This is a princess, not a duchess, right? It's a vintage spring tension hoop, not spring tension hoop, but kind of a vintage tension hoop for sure. And this one, it is broken because I was a little bit reckless, and so it still functions, but it doesn't really hold the tension very long. So it's, if you like a lot of give in your frame when you're stitching, it would be fine, but I don't, so it was not fine, and it just made me sad because I knew I had broken it. So I decided to use it to frame a piece, and this was the perfect one. I didn't exactly lace it, but I just kind of bunched up the fabric and clipped it together with some wonder clips, and it's working pretty well. So I just have it propped up on a bookshelf like this, and I really enjoy it. So why don't we do that now? That pattern, calm down. That pattern is available from Arlene, Works by ABC. I'll link her below. She's got a whole bunch of gorgeous designs. I've seen some things that are coming up soon. Ooh, it's gonna be good. So those two are my two FFOs, kind of. I mean, this one I just need to paint and then attach the piece. This one, it might stay like that forever. Who knows? For Magical Stitches, we had a homework assignment that had to do, it was 200 stitches for our owls, so the different classes or the different exams. And so I did 200 stitches on this guy for potions and finished him. This is, make it look like I kind of finished it. This is I don't have the pattern with me, but it's a spider Christmas tree ornament, Ukrainian legend, something, something, something. It's a cute little design. I got it from my mother in my Christmas stocking this year, and I'm super proud that I've already stitched it. The Legend of the Spider is a Ukrainian folk story where this woman, she's so poor and she's so sad and it's Christmas and she's like, oh no, we have no money to decorate and nothing to decorate anyway because our house is bare and oh, I'm so sad. And then she prays and they wake up in the morning and this spider has like spun its webs all over, making it the most beautiful, shiny, glittery, wonderful thing. And there are some versions where like the webs also like turn to gold and that she has got money. There are some where she's just like grateful for it to be beautiful spider webs. This needle minder, also by me. There are a couple of these in my shop right now, but I still haven't really mass marketed them. But they're pretty cool, I think. I think I'm going to finish it in this hoop, but I might pull out the next size down and see if I like that, and I might do it as like a flat fold. I don't know. I kind of want to wait to FFO ornaments until I have like a few and then decide what makes sense. I don't think Birdie's going to love having stitched ornaments on our tree. So I'm also looking for other ideas for where to hang them and celebrate them. I could bring some of them to work. There's a tree in front of my desk at work. I was thinking I might do, I have over my closet, it has this like metal trim on it, so it's magnetic, and so I throw needle minders and stuff up there, but I thought maybe I would just hang ornaments across it, but then I would have to have like at least 6 to not look dumb. And I have this one, and I have this one. Ooh, look at this little blackwork witchcraft. Oh, I'm very into blackwork, guys. This is from the, it's from the sunflower seed, the legend of the Christmas spider. They have a typo in the name of it. I don't know about that. This is a pattern from the Gift of Stitching magazine, which is no longer available, but it is The First Day of Christmas by Nancy Peterson. Don't know. I stitched it in a random green thread that I had that wasn't labeled and put it on this scrap of white linen. I think it's 28 count. I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm also going to FFO that for Christmas. So I'm up to 2 ornaments. Good job, good job. Oh, wait, there's more. I finished another one. I took this chart from my mother's house 2 years ago. Almost. 2 Christmases ago. And was like, I haven't finished this. It's really close. I took it because I was like, I like that song. I'll stitch it. So I really love finding fun ways of using up scraps of fabric, and ornaments are, of course, quite perfect since they're meant to be so small. So this is, this is A Star Dancing in the Night. The chart is by Sebi's Designs, called A Star. I stitched it in Summer Meadow Gast, and then I think an unnamed yellow. It's supposed to have beads going, like radiating light, and I thought, this is such a perfect use for my bag of bits from Grime. I'll pick out some gold pieces and add them in, and I totally forgot till right now. So that will happen maybe just like right before I FFO it with everything else. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed stitching those letters. I guess I don't like back stitching detail in full coverage stuff. That's not my favorite, but I do really enjoy the letters, the borders, the black works. Anyway, okay, keeping on with the Christmas theme, I finally finished iced tea. Oh, can you even? Look how cute and happy he is. Oh, it's so good. I got this fabric on Stash Unload, and it did not come with the name, but it's this lovely mottled blue, and it's sparkly, and I stitched this snowman. I stitched him in Anchor White, and there was a period where I was like, oh, I totally get why people talk about Anchor White being better coverage, and then I like went on my way stitching, and then at the end I was kind of like, it's all in my head. I think it's the same. Like, there are some little sections that are laying really nicely, and then there are some that aren't. And sometimes when I'm stitching, if I notice that it's getting wonky, I like stop and fix it, and sometimes I don't. But I did learn at Arlene's Try Me table at the New Jersey retreat that most things I don't really have a preference on. I did the cup in a Victorian motto called like Deepest Purple or Royal Purple or something like that. This is a chart from Midnight Stitching, and it's called Iced Tea. It's super adorable, and I received this chart as a gift from a stitcher, from Laura of, what's your Instagram name? My Southern Porch. There it is. I got this as a gift from her at StitchCon the first year, and so I'm going to pass the stash. So if you would like to stitch iced tea, please tell me in the comments. I would like to stitch the iced tea, or just use the term iced tea in your comment, and I'll know that you want to stitch it. Like, you could, do you like drinking iced tea? Do you like it sweet or not sweet? Do you like flavors? Do you, what do you, tell me about it. Personally, I really enjoy iced tea, but I very rarely drink it. So growing up, we had an iced tea maker, so we could make like a giant, I don't think it was a gallon, but it was close, giant thing of iced tea, and we'd like always had iced tea in the house because my mom loved it. And I also love it, and you don't really need an iced tea maker to make iced tea, it just was super helpful. So I do sometimes make it myself, but most often I get iced tea if I don't feel like getting iced coffee and I'm out and about. But like my mother, anytime we're at a restaurant, she'll get iced tea with lemon, or hot tea with lemon if it's chilly. But she'll get iced tea with her meal, like always. And I never really finish my drink at meals. Like, I barely drink it. So I usually just go with water because I know no matter what, I won't really drink it unless it's a McDonald's Diet Coke. Anyway, if you want to stitch it, let me know in the comments. I'll pick a winner next video, which will be towards the end of September. It might not be, let's say I'll leave it open till like the 21st, because I doubt I'll do a video before then. But you may have an extra few sneaky days if you are just now seeing this. Okay, so there's that. And then one last finish, not FFO. I don't know what I'm going to do with that snowman. I got to find something really good. I'm going to wait till it's like Christmas season. I mean, I'm sure it already is Christmas season at Joanna Michaels, but I'll wait till it's a little closer and then see what I can find. But meanwhile, while it's Halloween season, I finally finished my La-di-da, Something Wicked. Oh! I love it. I've had this mostly done for ages. I've used it for a lot of homework assignments, not really recently. And all I had to do to finish it was to add some of these spiders. So I finally did that. I stitched this on 40 count weeks putty. I got this piece of fabric for like $3 on Stash Unload, and it was a little smaller than I thought. But it was perfect for a piece like this. Oh! So good. And I stitched most of this in hand because I was curious how I stitched it 2 over 2 on 40 count. I don't know that I would really recommend that, but if I was stitching this again, I would probably do the text in 2 over 2 because I didn't like how it looked with just one. But the boot doesn't need it. And also in here, it's like not at all on the right grid. Like, it's so, what did the kids say? Wabi-sabi? It's all over the place. So not my finest ever stitching, but an interesting experiment. And I gotta find something to finish that in. Those are the finishes. I'm super proud of them. Let's talk a little bit about stitching, what I've worked on. Once again, I did so much stitching, but so much of it was in 200 or 500 stitch increments that I was looking through my pile of whips, and I just was like, I don't even know. Like, there were some things that I barely touched, so I didn't pull them to show you. But I pulled one project that I definitely worked on, and that is technically a new start. It's a new restart. And then I pulled another project that's a new start, and then I pulled my Life After Death to show you. So first up, I'm going to share with you my Quaker Gone Haunted, my cross-stitch throwdown piece with McKenna, and whoever else is stitching this. You can call it a Sal all you want, but we know the real stitchers are doing the cross-stitch throwdowns. This is on my super splotchy Autumn Fields by Silkweaver that I got in New Jersey. Look how good it looks! I love it. I've only used one color so far, and the called for threads are gorgeous. They're mostly silken colors. That's not what I wanted. They're mostly silken colors. The first one that I'm using is called Smokestack. So much better. And it's this yummy, purpley, browny, gray, deep, smoky. Oh, it's so good. So I have stitched on this for a handful of different homework assignments and gotten pretty far. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm doing it 1/2 on 46 count Autumn Fields. I'm trying to remember what some of the homework assignments were. I think most of them were related to other things in the piece that I didn't actually stitch on, so I don't remember. Forgot what I was going to say. No, forgot. Anyway, I worked on that quite a bit, and that is going to be one of my focus pieces. I talked last time about how I have my drawer of Stitch On Me First, and that's where a lot of those finishes came from, of these things are so close to being done, it's ridiculous, so I just had to put in, an hour or two of stitching and they were done. But now my Stitch On Me First drawer is these still have a lot of work left to do, so I'm keeping my Good Intentions piece in there because I do love it. I just never want to stitch it. And I have one other piece, I can't remember what it is, in there. So I am going to pick those up if they fit homework assignments and do them. And if they don't, I'm going to do other things and do what I want and stitch what I want. And what I wanted to stitch this month was a new release by my evil twin, Ryan, at Wild Violet Cross Stitch. First of all, I love her. Second of all, she is my design aesthetic in stitching. It's her, that's it. And I love this. So this is the Witch House in Salem. Obviously, I just have a bit of one gable and the moon because I'm going to start with the moon. And I'll stitch anything that has a moon. So if you're an up-and-coming designer and you want a model stitcher for a moon-based project, please, please get in touch with me. I have this little witchy needle minder available in my shop. I'm stitching this on a gorgeous one-off solo die that I got at Silkweaver. And I was giving Ryan a hard time because she was hyping this up before the release, and she showed me a picture of it, and it was on this gorgeous purple fabric, and I was like, why didn't you tell me this, a week and a half ago when we were together at Needleworkers Delight, and I could have gotten fabric for it. How dare you? And then come to find out that in my stash from Needleworker's Delight, I had picked up this very perfect piece. I think this is 36 or 40 count. I'm sure the sticker is buried somewhere. I love it so much. It's the perfect model-y purple look. And I am stitching it not in the called for DMC that she was using, because boring. Just kidding. I'm using one of my go-to moon colors is Stonehenge by Color and Cotton, so that's my moon. I am using Weeks Onyx for the house, so that it's a nice kind of greenish. It's not really showing up very well, but it's this lovely, like, greenish color. I mean, it's like black, but green hues. And then I think it has, like, an accent color, which is a teal. I want to say 3755, but it's definitely not that, I don't think. So I think that's no, doesn't matter. Actually, I could tell you I have the pattern right here. It calls for 3849. I was close. Which I didn't have, and so I went digging through. It's a bright teal, and I went digging through my threads, and I picked out my Weeks Caribbean, because I am all about the super variegated colors right now. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I can't wait. This is what I want to stitch on as soon as we're done filming. I also have acquired this cute little wooden house that I'm using as a little thread keep, and I thought it was perfect for the witch house in Salem. Oh. These are not yet in my shop, but they will be, and I'm super excited about it. I really love these for projects like this, where I really like when the number of, like, spots that you have in your thread keep perfectly matches the number of colors that you're using, and it kind of bums me out when there's too many or too few. Maybe that's just a personal preference. Love it. Wait a minute, Ryan, is it called Salem Witch House, or is it called the Witch House in Salem? Because now I can't remember, but I will link it below. Love it. And finally, I'm going to show you a quick, somewhat progress look at my Life After Death. I put some stitches in this because this was my whip number. There was some assignment recently where we had to stitch on, like, number whatever in our whip album, and this was my number whatever. So I, like, kept going down here. I am loving this. I'm loving this, because, you know, I'm all about the black work. It was super hard to read on the chart. Like, I was totally guessing at some points. And I tried looking at pictures online. There's definitely one stitch that's not supposed to be there that I have here, but it's not a huge deal. It's so badly done in the chart because you can't tell what is a grid line and what is a backstitch line. So if you're doing a long dog of any kind, please advise for future backstitch sections, because there are some more coming up in this massive piece. Oh, look how tiny this is. Oh boy. Yeah, like I know I've, like, seen random pics here and there of people being like, oh yeah, I couldn't really see it, but, you know, here's what I did, and then you can stitch from someone else's picture instead of the chart. I don't know. Look at this little moon phase one. I made this. I don't know if I'm going to sell them or not. Let me know. It's little moon phases. I love tiny needle minders. Love them. You can put more of them on one project. It's perfect. Okay, that's all the stitching I have to share with you, because I'm doing a model stitch for Ryan, and I can't show you. I love it. I feel so powerful. I feel so sneaky. I feel like a spy. Ooh. So, the pattern comes out later this fall. I will reveal it at some point when Ryan says it's okay. That's my stitching, when we're only at 40 minutes. We're doing really good because I have to get out of here kind of soon. So I'm going to first show you a few things that are in my shop, the TopKnot Stitcher shop on Etsy, link below. And then I'm going to show you a few other things that I have purchased recently, some of which I haven't even looked at that closely myself yet. So this will be fun. First up, I'm only going to show, I'm not showing any needle minders because you can go look at them. But I wanted to show you the new scissors that I have in stock because it's pretty exciting. I'm trying to move as much as possible to stocking things that I absolutely love and am obsessed with and think that the world needs, like the cat scissors. So cute. This pair is really cool because it's more green on that side. They're all a little different, all of the rainbow ones. So some of them have like they're more purple or more gold or more teal. This is a fun one. I also have these little scissor clip things that I've talked about a bit in gold, so they can, oh, and I have gold cats somewhere. I love these to be able to just like have your scissors hang out. I don't usually do it on my shirt, but I do love putting it on the edge of my Grime card and you just have your scissors easily at hand. So I have rainbow and gold cats in stock. Purple cats are on their way. Pretty exciting. And then while I was getting rainbow cats, I also found lots of other rainbow scissors. What can I hold this up against? This is not that hard. This is not that hard. Okay. Oh! So they're just this cool textured handle. Love it. I've seen these around a bit, but they're just so pretty. I needed to have them in my shop. This little like leaf design. Cute. And then this one is just so fun. I couldn't not have some. They're pineapple. Are you kidding? They're so cute. That's so fun. So those are all up right now. I have a Labor Day special going on, so through Tuesday, orders over $10 will ship free, and a lot of things are 10 or 20% off. If you use the code Flosstube, you can get, I don't know if it works as an additional 10% off. I don't know how that works, but anything that is not on sale, you can use the Flosstube code for. So a lot of the new stuff is not on sale right now. But you could use Flosstube 10 and get 10% off scissors. It's pretty exciting. I'm also trying to move through some of my bags that I have on there. So I have a couple like specials. So like this one, you can get this handy little vinyl bag and it comes with one of these as a cute little yellow set for $7, which is a steal. So I have a few of those. And then I'm also doing this red and blue set. So you get two. If you were to order both of these, you have a set of 3 of the same size. How fun. You get 2 of those and a little red Notions bag. So you get all 3 of those for $10. What a deal. I really love these bags, which is why I've been stocking them, but I am probably moving away from carrying them, so I'm not sure if any of these will get restocked. I have a couple of like the little double pocket ones. I think I only have 1 or 2 left, and then that's it. I'm not reordering those. So if you've been eyeing anything, this is the time to get it. I do still have a good little number of these little guys. They're so cute. I love these. I use them as scissor fobs or zipper pulls, and they just delight me constantly. And these, I have a good amount, and I'm going to try to order more if I can. Okay, that's shop updates. I have so many things that I love in my shop, but I really don't want to bore you. Thank you so much to all of you who have purchased from me. Or shared in videos or Instagram or anywhere about what you've gotten. I super, super appreciate it, and that's why Flosstube code 10% off everything for the end of time as my little gift to you. And yeah, so thank you for that, for making it such a lovely, successful adventure for me. I'm having so much fun with it. I have hired Birdie, my roommate, to, I'm calling her my director of art and operations. So she's helping me update photos because I tend to be really impulsive and lazy. So I'm too impatient to like just get something up and available instead of like taking time to like take a, well lit picture, much less like a stylized, thing. So Birdie excels at that, and so she's been helping me fly through some updates there, which I'm super appreciative of. Last, real quick, we're gonna do some haul. So before we do haul, I'm going to show you one thing. I'm going to show you my best new thing in the world. My best new thing in the world is my Evertotes Notions pouch that I got from Caroline at the New Jersey retreat. She made one of these for everyone. And, well, she brought like 100 some of these in all different colors. I picked the fireflies because fireflies. They're so good. The lining for this is a nice little, it's like washing out, but it's a little floral pattern. And guess what fits inside of this perfectly? My Kindle. So I acquired secondhand my dad's Kindle, I think this is the Oasis. Is that right? I don't even know. It's this weird one that has, it's weighted on one side, so it's more ergonomic for one-handed reading. I don't know how I feel about it, but my Kindle was dying a very long, painful death. The battery on this one is not as good as others, so I don't know if that's, like, a me thing. I know my dad, I'm trying to see if it will tell me what device this is. I don't know. I'm sure we can figure it out later if we need to. I don't know if the port battery is just a me thing. My dad gave it to me with a case that has like an additional battery, but it was not a very pretty color, and it also made it flush. So then it kind of defeated. It was not comfortable at all to hold on public transportation, because I do love this because now I can read on BART on the train to work. With one hand and stay focused on my book. So now I have dedicated reading time, whereas before my other Kindle was bigger and clunkier and didn't work very well, and I never pulled it out. But now this, super easy to carry around, and it just fits so perfectly. So if you have a Kindle Oasis or Voyager or whatever this is, get yourself a little Evertote pouch because it's amazing. And I like to have it in a pouch so I can just throw it anywhere in my bag. They're pretty sturdy things, but it's nice to protect it. So that's my best new thing. Thank you, Caroline. It makes me even happier now that I've discovered its perfect use. Yes. I also picked up on eBay. I have a search alert set for vintage hoops, and I got this oval Duchess hoop. This is one of the felt lined. I haven't actually stitched with it yet. I've waited to show you, not intentionally. So I'm super excited to try it out. I have one other felt hoop, and it's really large. It's like 8 inches maybe. And it doesn't hold tension very well, and I don't really like it. So we're going to see if this one works better. Okay. Moving on to a free purchase. a freebie. I couldn't find this last video, but I picked this up on the freebie table in New Jersey, and I was so excited because this piece is hanging in my mother's house. It's a little heart, and it says, "Let every heart prepare him room," and it's beautifully finished, and it hangs up, I think, all year. So I'm super excited, and I'm going to stitch it for myself and frame it similarly to this. And I even picked up the perfect fabric for it. I was really curious on 123 Stitch. I noticed that Picture This Plus Tarnish, the pictures were entirely different colors between 32 and 40 count. And I was like, is that true? Because one of those colors is perfect and one of them is perfect for this other piece that I want to do. But really, they're about the same. But if you go look at the listings, it's astonishing how different they are. So I think I'm going to stitch it on Tarnish. Perfect. Can't wait. Add it to my ornament collection. And then the other piece is going to be used for the new Barbara Anna Autumn Harvest Witchy Autumn Witch. It's real cute. It's a witch, and there's pumpkins and a cat. And I ordered it, and it said it was in stock, and guess what? It's back ordered, so hopefully I get that sometime soon. I haven't really had that happen to me before, but I'm super bummed because I only bought it from 123 Stitch because I needed a certain color fabric and a certain color thread for other things, and it was there, so I was like, well, I just want to get it now because I want to start that right now. But if I had known it was going to get back ordered, I would have had to wait. I would have waited and ordered it from one of my friends who has a shop. So I'm a little salty right now about that. I had to order a couple of colors for secret things. I'm doing the piece for Ryan, and then I'm also doing a secret commissioned piece for my friend's wedding in a couple months. So I needed a couple of colors for that. And I decided, while I'm in there, why don't I also look for like some other goodies. And so I've really been enjoying stitching with silks. So I picked up a couple dinky dyes. This is Midnight. Ooh. And charcoal. Obviously, I needed charcoal. So far, everything on my... Oh, I guess the brown isn't a silk, is it? My cat ghost piece has a lot of silks so far, so I thought this might be a good excuse to just acquire colors that would look good in there. I'm fine with that. And then on Stash Unload, I'm all over the place today. I picked up this Barbara Anna. This is Midnight, and the text says, "'Tis now the very witching time of night. Will Shakespeare." It says W. Shakespeare, but I like to call him Will. It's super pretty. It's got cats. It's got houses. I don't think it has a tiny moon. Tiny moons are good. Love it. So I need to pick out some colors for that. Also on Stash Unload, I got some threads because you know I love the silks right now, and so when I see silks on Stash Unload or Stash Unloading, I sometimes snap them up. So I got this Karen Copper. That's nice. Nice and autumnal. That'll be handy. Silken Colors, Apples and Oak Leaves. Look how it's also very autumnal. Silken Colors, Meadow Green. Look how gorgeous. I love the super variegated right now. I'm telling you. This is Silken Colors, Chocolate Caramel. Sorry, I hope you can see it okay through the plastic, but we are on a deadline. This one is Maidenhair Fern, also Silken Colors. And then I have a Threadworks. I can't see the number, and they don't name them, which is rude. But it's also a kind of autumny, super stark variegation kind of thing. Bendy! Maybe this is what I'll stitch it in. You know what I'm talking about. Nobody else gets to know yet. It's a secret for now. Okay. I also, in finding threads for my commissioned piece. I placed an order with Angela, Color and Cotton, and I was like, well, since I'm getting some threads, maybe I should just go ahead and get a mystery grab bag while I'm at it. She sells these, you get 6 skeins, and it's like, it's less than it would be normally. I forget what it is. It's like $11, $10, $12. I don't know, but it's a bargain. And these were the colors I got, and look how beautiful. I think I have this one already. This is Sweet Pea, and I think I got this in, was in the monthly thread club for a little while, and I paused it because I've got so much thread. So I might have 2 of those, I'm not sure. This one is Rusted Tin, beautiful, and then the rest are not labeled. So the grab bags, there's like surplus or things that get misdyed or don't get labeled correctly or whatever it might be. So these are all just kind of unknown, one-off, and they're really pretty. And I love that they're very autumnal because I'm clearly ready for fall. I am feeling it. So that was super exciting. I also, back to 1, 2, 3 stitch, I'm trying to slowly, like, color by color, get 1 through 35 because I don't need a tin for them. But I also just haven't bothered buying all 35, which I could do. All the stores near me have them now. I would hope they would have them now. It's been a while. But I got number 10 and number 35. How exciting. And then I thought I ordered a skein of 3799, but instead I ordered 3779. Which I somehow have a lot of, so I wonder if I just do this a lot. But that's fine. I'll use it. And then I also got some sulky to try out. I don't know what I'm going to stitch with this yet, but I definitely picked out dark gray to start with. I don't know. I just wanted it. You get it. That is it. Let's wrap this up, because I know Birdie's ready to get back into her room. Thank you for hanging with me. Thank you so much for your lovely comments, and please come say hi in the comments below, or over on Instagram, or over in the TopKnot shop, wherever you may please. I will also add, in my Etsy shop, I don't have international shipping set up for orders, so I know that hurts me in that I can't, like, if you're international and searching by what you can actually get, my stuff won't come up. But it's all so messy and confusing and bizarre, and I can't get my head around it. But if you are international and want to place an order, please message me on Etsy, and I can send you a custom order. I'm finding that to be a better way, because then I can also, like, gauge what will shipping be and make sure you're cool with that and all that good stuff. So don't let that keep you from browsing. I think that's it. Thank you so much. One quick book recommendation before we go. I don't know if I've ever talked about Kitchens of the Great Midwest on this channel, but I love it. I recently reread it and loved it just as much. It's a great story. If you like food, it's a fun book. But the author recently came out with a new book called The Lager Queen of Minnesota, and it's got a very similar vibe to Kitchens of the Great Midwest. So if you've read that and liked it, great. If you like beer, this is a book for you, because it's all about a, like, family-owned craft brewery in Minnesota. And I mean, it's about a lot more than that. It's a really cool, like, intergenerational, multi-generational, I don't know. It's a really cool story about someone who, like, loves what they do, and there's like family drama, and there's, like, you know, startup business drama, and it's just good. It's really hard to explain, but it's really great. It's a great book on audio as well. Highly recommend it. With that, I gotta bounce. I hope you enjoy your long weekend, and I'll catch you later.